Hey everybody, my name is Dr. Film, and no, I'm not qualified to be a doctor. Today in this video, we're taking a look at a new anticipated movie of this year, and that is Bullet Train. Before we begin, you should know that this review contains no spoilers. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to check out my movie reviews and more. So if there are no further questions, all aboard!
The characters.
Now the characters were likable, memorable, and surprisingly colorful. Take Ladybug, played by Brad Pitt, for example. He did a great job playing a different character than what he usually plays in his previous action movies. What we have here is an awkward and nervous guy that wants to complete his mission without resorting to violence. But that usually doesn't end well. As for the rest of the characters, none of them were generic nor boring. But when you have these much characters in this movie, some characters tend to overshadow some others. Take the twins, for example. The duo was so spectacular and hilarious that I'm invested in them than I do with Ladybug. I'm surprised they weren't the protagonists of this movie. And I also have to confess that Michael Shannon, playing as the White Death, wasn't a good casting choice for this movie. Don't get me wrong, I think Michael Shannon is a terrific actor, no question about it. But the thing is, when the film reveals to us who the White Death is, I just don't see it. Like, I don't see him as the threatening obstacle for our characters. But hey, I'm not saying this actor can't pull off a good villain role. I mean, take Shape of Water, for instance. In that movie, he was scary as heck.
What'd you say to me? What did she say?
What is she saying?
Humor and action.
Now, the humor in this film was witty and clever. Although, while there are some jokes that can make you laugh, there are some others that didn't hit the mark for me. But I don't really see it as an issue. It really depends on which joke suits you the best. It's also worth noting that the filmmakers did a good job balancing out between the humor and the seriousness of this movie, without both of the genres overshadowing each other. I mean, hey, if you want to talk about a movie having a problem balancing between comedy and action, take this movie for instance. I feel like that's a bit much, don't you think?
I couldn't agree more, sir.
Speaking of action, the action was exciting, entertaining, and it didn't fail to deliver what the film promised us. However, I felt like the stakes in this movie weren't that high. Honestly, during the movie, it felt like there are too many safe zones on the train. I think the stakes could have been higher if our characters were in constant danger. But regardless, the action still was entertaining. Especially this scene.
The story.
Now the story was simple, straightforward, and it did a great job keeping me invested and guessing like, why are all these assassins on this specific train? What's at play here? What's the end game?
We're in the end game now.
And the story has this unique style where it takes you to this specific scene in the past before leading up to this scene. You know, kind of like what Pulp Fiction did in their movie. But in this movie, this style was utilized much more creatively. Although, I have to admit, there are times during the movie where you have a difficult time processing what our characters have been through or what our characters are talking about. But in all fairness, near the end of the movie, the film did give us a few minutes to process what we needed to know before the climactic showdown. Nevertheless, the story was unique. A little messy, but unique. Overall, my friends, this movie didn't fail to leave me with a big smile. While the film does have issues that you can pick out, I still thought it was an enjoyable thrill ride featuring your favorite actors in a really cool battle royale situation. Oh, no, not that movie. It's nothing like that. That movie is a completely different story there. With all that said, I give Bullet Train an 8 out of 10. Well guys, that's the end of my review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please have a like, and please comment down below. For those who have seen Bullet Train, what did you think about the movie? Thank you all for watching this review, it really means a lot, and as always, I will see you guys at our next stop at the train station.
Next time on Dr. Film.